Insoles for work boots and safety boots, and what do we look for in the podiatry clinic when we're fitting an off-the-shelf insole into a work boot? Hey guys, it's Kent here and I'm the podiatrist from DocPods and Ergonx, and when we're wearing a safety boot, often what we can do is add an orthotic insole to the work boot to enhance the arch support in the cushioning. So one of the things we actually look for in the podiatry clinic, or what we actually look for in the podiatry clinic when we're fitting an off-the-shelf orthotic insole, this is the number one we use, it's the Ergonx Ultra Soft Orthotic Insole, is we want it to support the feet. So if you think of your orthotic insoles like train tracks, so we want to stop your feet from rolling in and stop them from rolling out. So if we keep our feet in a nice neutral position, what that means is that the muscles and joints and ligaments in the feet won't work as hard to walk normally, and your feet will be more comfortable. So signs that you're getting problems with mechanics in your feet and they may be straining the structure of your foot is if you're getting aches and pains in the morning, if you're getting heel pain, heel spurs, plantar fasciitis, shin splints, generally aching calves and legs, or just generally aching feet when you get out of bed first thing in the morning, that's a clear sign that you're probably overusing the structures in your feet like the ligaments, joints and muscles. And just quickly, what we mean by that is if our arches collapse or our feet are allowed to roll in too far, what that does, it strains the plantar structures or the structures on the bottom of the foot. So if you can imagine there's a ligament that runs from the heel to the ball here, if our arch is allowed to collapse and roll in, that ligament gets stretched, and over time, if we do that and beyond the ability of that ligament to repair, it becomes inflamed and painful. You can also see as that arch collapses, right in the tips here, these little joints take more than their fair share of the weight in the top of the joint rather than the bottom, and that can lead to joint wear and tear over time. So if you're getting aching, particularly in the morning when you get out of bed or during the end of the day when you've done all of your walking, it's a bit of a sign that you've got a mechanical issue in your feet that may be overloading your feet. So the things we look for is a long, high arch support to support that arch and limit your foot from rolling in. We look for this deep heel cup to cup the foot's natural fatty pad and hold the heel and hold that fatty pad underneath it so you get some nice shock absorption. We look for these shock absorbing features in the heel and the forefoot. So what that does is we use these orange sections here, and that's a pour-on. It's a really efficient cushioning material. So we use those in the heel and forefoot because they're the hard-wearing, high-impact areas. And what they help to do is a few things. They help to make the foot more comfortable because it just feels softer and nicer under your heel. But it also helps to limit how much of the shock of when your foot strikes the ground is transferred from the ground into your feet and legs. So that means that the forces applied to your foot will be less, and the reaction of the muscles and joints and ligaments to that, they don't have to work as hard to maintain an efficient position, so they won't wear out your foot as much and your feet will be more comfortable. It's made from a really flexible polyurethane foam. So you can see here, I'll just dig my finger into that. You can see it's nice and soft and flexible. The polyurethane foam's a really great shock absorbing material as it's a closed cell polyurethane foam. So if you think of it like millions and millions of little basketballs under your feet that will compress and spring back, it just maintains its shape really well and it offers great support for the life of the orthotic insole. It's got an antibacterial upper. So what that means is that it just won't encourage any microbial growth. So you'll have less microbial growth on your feet, so you're less likely to get smelly and sweaty feet from that. It fits really well into the work boot. So what we want to do is, if you're fitting it in one of our insoles into your existing work boots, what we need you to check is, does it have an orthotic insole already in there, or a liner that you can take out, and it just makes a lot more room to actually fit the orthotic insole. This is of course one of our work boots, so it's already got the insole built into the work boot. So there are a few of the things we look for in the podiatry clinic when we're fitting an orthotic insole for work boots and safety boots. If you're getting aching feet and legs, another thing we also do is stretch out your calf muscles, because when we've got tight calf muscles, it can strain your feet a lot. And then if we use a great work boot that's got all the mechanical features like the Ergonx elements here that will support and cushion your feet will be happier at the end of the workday, and you'll get less aches and pains.